I am unprepared today, folks. Unprepared. Oh, that fan is still on too? God bless. Okay, there's that. Now, earbuds. Earbuds are necessary so that I can hear what's going on. Did you know that? Death Ash, hello my friend, how are you? Yes, 25 days. So officially, the achievement will have been achieved. Um, let's refresh this page. Weird. On a refresh of the page, your name changed. This is wild. No, lock in, do it. I got to a point where I was like staring at my computer going, there's things I need to do, I'm sure of it, but I can't find them. And I was like, you know what? Let me just switch. Dude, a champ, how's it going, my friend? How are you doing? Here's Runescape. How's that look? Does that look good? It looks like it looks good. Can we hear the game? Okay, the game is being captured. Great. How's it going, buddy? Today's just been a day. I control my own schedule for the most part. I'm the one that schedules meetings and calls and yada yada yada. For some reason, I thought it would be a good idea today to schedule myself a meeting at 9 a.m. Oko, thank you so much for the lurk. Old School RuneScape has been going great. I have been absolutely addicted to this game. It's been a problem, and I like it for morning streams. So it's like, yeah, I'll do a morning stream of it, and that's great. And then I end up, when I think about streaming, I'm like, I kind of just want to stream RuneScape again. So I've been kind of obsessed with it. But yeah, I scheduled a meeting at 9 a.m. for me. And the thought was, I'll get my day, like, started, right? Like, 9 a.m. is done. That's, like, the big meeting that I've got for the day. And then I'll be good. And then I'll be able to, like, just do whatever, right? And it just totally, like, screwed up my day. Like, screwed up my mental day. Oh, I need to be burning these logs. Because I can burn willow trees now. Yeah, I can burn willow logs now. Let's go get a thing. How have you been, buddy? How's streaming been going? I've been trying to do every day in August. So I've been doing a shitload of the streaming. And today is day 25, so I will have officially now completed that achievement and never have to worry about it again. Because days are weird for how RuneScape, how Twitch tracks that. Oh, there's willow trees over here. Why don't I go over there? The reason is because there's no bank over there, but like, I don't care, I'm gonna be burning them. But yeah, so like we had that meeting at 9 o'clock, and then my wife had to go out and pick up some clothes for the charity thing she's gonna do. Not gonna do, is doing. We're like actively in it. Oh, this guy's just... I'm gonna start lighting these things on fire. It's not going to let me light them. I'm just going to take all this guy's logs. HK grind. Doug with inconsistent. Been good though. Been on the HK grind a little bit. What is the HK grind? I hear HK and I think honorable kills. Hollow Knight. Dude. So, fun fact. I also started playing Hollow Knight on Sunday. I was like, I want to stream. I want to jump on. But I'm in full dad mode. And I asked my kid. I was like, hey, do you want to stream with me? And she was like, yeah. Like, let's do it. Like, okay, let's go. So, we got in and, you know, I was like, should we just do RuneScape? She's like, I don't want to play RuneScape. I'm like, you're not playing anyway. I am. She goes, oh yeah, that's fine then. And she saw Steam. She was like, what's Hollow Knight? It's like, Hollow Knight is a game that I would love to play. Do you want to play Hollow Knight? And she goes, yeah, let's do it. And she, like, fell in love with the game. The game was fantastic. I was very much enjoying it. But yeah, I totally read honorable kills because I PvP'd a lot when I played World of Warcraft. And yeah, Hollow Knight is it's been fantastic. I've been absolutely loving it. And I'm already jonesing to play some more. She does. I was like, girl, that was an amazing pick because not only is this a game that I've wanted to play for a while and I haven't, but also it's incredibly SEO friendly right now. So good job. Yeah, I was very pleased with that. There's no way I'm getting it done before Silksong comes out because that's in a week. But yeah, the game has been absolutely fantastic. I've enjoyed it. And I think Tuesday this week, she goes, Dad, I already decided what we're gonna play for next Sunday stream. And I was like, oh yeah, what's that? She goes, Hollow Knight. All right, kiddo, let's do it. So I am very stoked. But yeah, so I this morning like did that meeting at 9 a.m. and meeting went fine, went well, whatever. So I've played RuneScape since middle school, which would have been, I mean, what? 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. So at least since like 04, right? I used to play through Miniclip. I had to go to miniclip.com and then to Jagex because that's what my brain knew. I didn't ever just go straight to Jagex. And played that for a while, lost that account in the early teens, 2010, 2011 when there were all the hacks going on. Okay, these are all disappearing as we speak. So then during my unemployment, I had started again in like 2016 when we were doing X No Friends, right? Good old Miniclip. When we were doing X No Friends YouTube stuff with me and Mike. And, again, all of my friends were still playing WoW. I was still playing WoW, so nobody would jump on with me, and it was like I was just doing it alone, and there was no one would be hype about if I, reach a milestone or did a thing, whatever. Just fell off of it. And then during my unemployment, I started again, and then when I started streaming, I was like, that would be a great morning stream. Back when I was still unemployed, I was planning on doing like a morning stream for a few hours and then an evening stream for a few hours every day. And I was like, that'd be great morning content. It's chiller. It's I can just kind of smoke and drink my coffee and vibe. And so I started a new account for this. So this is a fresh account, but I am a free-to-play veteran. I've literally only on that first account ever done members. I was talking to my mom when she was here in chat about how that was the first online subscription that she ever paid for me. And it very well could have been one of the first online purchases that she made. So I only played it like a little bit back in 07, 08, and that was it. So I have never touched members content. I'm excited for that. That'll all be super new and fresh. Free-to-play content I've done half a dozen times. And if anybody wants to get back into RuneScape, now's a great time, because it is in a resurgence right now. They're breaking, like daily, they're breaking concurrent user records and overall total user records day after day after day, which is amazing. And you can jump on and help me form a clan, because I need 5 people to do that. I understand that. Compulsion real bad. Luckily, I have a mental block where it's like, well, I can't play unless I'm streaming it. And real life gets in the way of me streaming it, like streaming. So I can't just sit here and play RuneScape 24/7. Otherwise, it would always be up, and I would be not doing anything else with my life. That was genuinely, while I was unemployed playing RuneScape, I was looking at like $200 tablets so that I could play RuneScape more frequently. Fire making's 33. Skills, tinderbox, light on fire. Okay, yeah, this is just... It lets you burn logs. In the, in Melvor, which is RuneScape Idle, essentially. When you do more stuff, art stuff, and it's hard to not buy more things, what is your medium? What do you do art stuff with? Melvor, your fire making skill, you master each one, and like there's secondary things, right? And that gives you a bonus to every other skill. So I was like, was that actually from RuneScape, or was that something for Melvor specifically? Digital animation, watercolor gouache, pastels, charcoal, etc. Nice. I love watercolors, and I am not particularly good at it, which is not like I can't make art. Like, art's a skill you practice and learn. But because of the nature of watercolor, needing to have a flat surface, needing to prep the paper a little bit, tape it down, like, I do not practice as much as I would like to, because the activation energy for me to like get to a point where I can actually just go and practice is so high. Members can now cut down dense jungle and teak trees and craft forester's rations, secateurs attachments, and bees on a stick. Alright. Nice. Yeah, with the way that I learn and the way that I practice things, ooh, how to make a custom watercolor paper block, that, I am interested in that. Because I have to, like, I'm interested in what that means and like what you do and all of that jazz. I want to, I'm a little brute forcey. I guess I'll put it that way, of like, let me do over and over again, do the same thing, like, figure out what it is that I'm doing and doing wrong. And like how to move my hand and how water reacts, and hey, you are at work, ma'am. But thank you. I appreciate you being here. How has your work day? Ah, you're on lunch. Okay. Well, I appreciate you spending your lunch with me. Thank you. Yeah, like I want to do the thing over and over and over again until I get a good grasp of what it entails. I have a couple things I've got to check on. Just press the pages together and use PVA glue and hot glue on the edges to leave a knot to cut to the top. Oh, neat. Yeah, right? Like, I just want to do over and over and over again. I just need to... I need the space to do it, and space is always at a premium, especially now. I would love to eventually do art style streams where I literally just like either color in chat or like I say art style, it's anything real world. Like I want to build Lego sets and shit like that and chat along as well. Did I change my name color? Oh. So I don't know. I was actually just talking about this, Chronic. I wonder if you don't choose a color, if it gives you a random one. Yeah, I need cameras and, again, clearer area and Vox to be in a place that we can actually discuss building a desk for me. But yeah, no. Yeah, so, Chronic, Death Osh is pink for me today and usually is like orange or red. And when I refreshed my page, Death Osh's name changed color as well. I don't know what's going on with them. However, you're still purple, Oko's still yellow. No clue what the rhyme or reason is on that. Also, hello Chronic, how are you today? It's great to have you, my friend. How's your day been going? That could be too. I mean, how do we know what colors we all see to begin with? If you click on your name, I think you can change it. I don't remember. I don't remember, Jessica. I picked pink 6 months ago, and that was the end of it. Actually, I picked pink probably even longer ago than that. What are you doing, dog? So when I was a young lad, when I was playing on my free-to-play account pre-stream, I was going to max out everything free-to-play before I got a member's account. And that included like 99 attack, etc. It was gonna be a grind. I don't think that pure grinding on a free-to-play account is particularly engaging or good content, and I want to be cognizant of people's time. So I'm still going to get up to like a reasonable level on all my skills. I just got done grinding out 40 attack and defense, so that I could wear my rune armor that I bought on the last account, because I was like, I have it and I want it, and I want to have survivability for the quests that require combat. And let me know, Duda, if you can hear me if you're in ads now. I appreciate you guys sitting through them, because I try to do them once an hour to just get rid of stupid pre-rolls. Fire making is 34. Once I know y'all are back, I'll go deeper into the specifics of what I'm intending to do with and on this account. Did my family come home while I was not looking? My family came home while I wasn't looking. Oh, but yeah, so started things early and like was doing work, and I had gotten to a point where I was staring at my computer going, there's things I have to do. I know that there's got to be things I have to do right now, and I couldn't find any things I had to do. And I was just kind of getting into like a paralysis mode. So I was like, you know what? Let me jump on stream. Let me get stream done for the day so that's not on my mind anymore. Have to get it done today so that I don't like start chasing 25 days. So I decided to jump on stream. Got some like real life text stuff done. Got people out. Dr. Diggity Dank! Welcome, my friend. How are you? How's your day going? Weren't you streaming? I swear you were just like streaming just a minute ago. Hello, mother. How are you? Unless you're talking to Dr. Diggity Dank. I was unaware that I had a brother, but like if you were also Doc's mom, that's neat. Nice. Well, welcome. I appreciate you being here. I'm doing all right. Today, like this morning was just weird. If you don't follow Dr. Diggity Dank, go and follow Dr. Diggity Dank because he's incredibly talented. And as Ollie puts it, all of the fun things that you're like, oh, that would be great to do on stream, and then don't actually do, he does. Well, I mean, Matt's adopted. Not actually. Matt's adopted and Kevin was a wooden statue, so like I do know about them, but I would have been surprised to find out that I randomly ran into a streamer friend that you also gave birth to. And I'm glad to know that I do have a broth. That's nice. But yeah, so today was like, I got to a point where I was like, just like staring at a screen and not doing anything. I mean, if it helps, Ma, I didn't catch it the first time through, so you're fine. It was only on the reread that I realized that you had left off the ER, and I assume that you just text quite a bit about making soup. 24 hours out, someone crying in Discord DMs like they thought they were going to change anything, so it's been better. So you thrive off of people crying in Discord DMs? Is that what you're saying? Good old Chronic. So, Duda, now that ads are over, I don't know if you are still here, but to answer your question, I want to get my free-to-play stuff up to reasonable level, 40s, etc. I might push for Mining Guild before members. I might. That might be a struggle. And then I want to do Cooking Guild for sure. Crafting Guild is a thing, I think. But just like get everything up to a certain level there and then move on. You'll notice that my prayer is level 47 because Celery VHS, one of my lovely community, was like, prayer sucks. Here's level 45 prayer. And literally just like went and bought 3,000 vile ashes and was like, please don't burn yourself out on doing prayer. And that I did off stream. I did like 1,500 of them on stream when he gave them to me, and then I was like, you know what? Gonna finish that off stream. So I just burned those down on my own. You're listening to the Classic Members Quest. I have so many good memories of Monkey Madness. I'm so stoked. The things that I remember from members back in the day, I did two things for sure. I got a dragon, like, wood cutting axe, and maybe a regular dragon axe, but I might have just bought those from the Grand Exchange. I don't know if that existed at the time or if I had to find it myself. And the other thing I did was getting the dwarf cannon, because that was the new hotness at the time. That was new content. And I was like, I absolutely want a dwarf cannon turret. Like, let's go. And that was the end of my experience in members that I recall. I'm planning on making a beeline, like figuring out what the fairy circle quest is, because there's a teleportation network that's fairy circles now. I say now, that could have happened anytime in the past 20 years or so. But yeah, I'm stoked. I can't wait to get to that point. I've done all but 4 quests: Knight's Sword, Below Ice Mountain, Corsair Curse, and Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer 1 is going to be my last quest on free to play, both because it feels like a good capstone and because I need to get my magic up to 33 before I can do it. But I've got a full rune kit at this point. Save the chest piece because obviously I need to have... Oh, I can burn teak logs now if I was a member. Barbarian fire making, can do oak now. No idea what barbarian fire making is. But yeah, it's rune god armor. Arwen, Ardwin, something like that. Because it was the cheapest, and they are identical with stats, and the only difference is the cosmetic. And the Zaradomin, is that the one that was? Whatever the red one is, was like 3 times expensive as the kind of boring pale blue-gray tinted one. And I was like, I don't care. I just care about the stats on these. So I grabbed those because I miscalculated when I was leveling my mining and smithing on the other account. And I didn't account for the smithing experience that making bronze bars would give me. I only accounted for making the gear out of the bronze bars. So I ended up smelting bronze up to the point that I was like done with that tier of smelting. So then I sold all of them and made several 100,000 gold. And I was like, well, guess I'll dump it into rune gear. Doc, what were you working on today? Because I was not able to do anything stream related until just now. Lots of silly emails and people having silly questions, and me doing 2 jobs instead of 1. Really, you gave me 2 logs out of that tree. Thanks, woodcutting. Where is the one maple tree? Nice! Wrapping up final pieces of a companion show for Fake the Music. What's the companion show? It's teak, mahogany. Where is the maple tree? There are like 2 maple trees in the free-to-play portion of the game. And I don't recall where they are. But because there are only 2, they're always swamped with people. Fake FM, nice. No, I don't buy books and I don't want to read one when I open my Discord either. Chronic, what are you talking about? It's a structure-free version where we can play old stuff, B-sides, etc. Nice. I still have to get... I missed the last Stream Knockers, but that sounds so cool to me. Teak. Can I search for maple? Does anybody see anything flashing? Okay, so that's not giving me anything. Forestry shop. Tea trader. Speedrunning shop. Rare trees. I'm gonna have to do a Google on where maple trees are. Because, like, if I, like, I'm almost positive that there are only 2 maple trees in the free-to-play game. And I don't remember where they are. But it's level 45. So I'm a little ways off from there. Right? The amount of things that I, like, kind of remember from these things, like, I remembered really quickly, I saw a cabbage on the ground, and I was like, I'm gonna need that cabbage for something. I don't know what, but I'm gonna need that cabbage for something. Also, I think 41, I can do the rune axe. Nice. And then I needed it for the Black Knight Fortress quest. And I was like, hey, I've got one of those. And luckily, I did the Shield of Arav quest, where you need, like, to do 2 gang infiltrations. I did that by myself with my main old account and then an off account that I created for the singular purpose. So I had both of the certificates, so I was able to complete that by myself too. I'm trying to do as much as possible by myself. I don't mind taking help on the prayer skill because that's a lot, and I don't mind buying rune essence for rune crafting. But, like, I don't really want to go and buy ore to do smithing. I want to mine all that ore myself. 37? Look at me go. And I'm at 325. I also... I kind of want to go and, like, do the first 10 levels of everything else because I want to get up to 500 so I can get to a less populated world. Specifically for woodcutting. Woodcutting and mining, but woodcutting. Oh, I'm too full. That's what happens when I don't look at my inventory. Go random. I feel like they massively buffed fire making experience because I don't remember it going this quickly before. Because, like, good lord, I feel like I'm drastically outpacing. Yeah, like, drastically outpacing woodcutting with my fire making skill. Which kind of makes sense because you need logs for so many more things that are not fire making, and fire making doesn't have, to my knowledge, at least in the free-to-play world, it could in members have a lot more use. It doesn't have a whole lot of use outside of making fires. I've got, like, a singular bug that keeps floating around me. It's driving me nuts. Because you need wood cutting for, like, fletching and shit like that, which is a members only skill. I'm also, I was going to say this and I forgot, I'm also very excited about sailing because I love ships. And sailing is coming down the pipe fairly soon-ish, TM. So I want to get all of the things that I will need for sailing to a place where I'll be able to do most of the sailing content. Because I would love to not race for world first, because that is a lot. But to, like, participate in the early days of sailing. They have been talking about it for a while. Like, I'm sure you're familiar, but for those that are not, RuneScape forked back in 2007-8-ish, where Jagex wanted to make the game more modern and update it and kind of change it to be more in line with what the MMO experience was at the time. And they made the changes, and RuneScape players kind of revolted. They rioted and made a change. So then Jagex brought back old school RuneScape, which is what we're playing here, and kept developing it independently. So the new RuneScape went this way, and old school RuneScape kept on the path that it was going. And to ensure that it stays on that same path, Jagex puts every content update out to a poll of the players. And you need to have like X amount of time played in the game and like X amount of levels to be able to vote in this campaign, like in the polls. And thank you for coming and spending some time here. I love you too, and I hope you have a great rest of your day at work. God, I hate when things don't work and I don't know why. So, words, what was I saying? So, all of the, like, sailing, for example, they put out a poll and they were like, hey, would you like to see a new skill in the game? And overwhelmingly, like, it has to get to 80%, I think, of votes need to come back as a positive for it to move along. And so they said yes. And then there's another poll that said, okay, out of these 3 skills, which one would you most like to see? And sailing got the most votes, so that went through. And then they've been giving like, hey, playtest, do you think, like, how do you feel about this? Does this feel okay? Does this look okay? And that's how they keep the identity of old school RuneScape going. So I think the original, like, fact-finding poll was in 23, and then in 24 it went out to be like, yes, we definitely want sailing, and they just in June or July released one that was like, this is what sailing looks like right now, and I think there's some people that are able to mess with it on beta. So it's been a while, but I'm very happy with the slow, methodical process. My day has been overall fairly good. Just weird. I got an extra hour of sleep because I was fucking exhausted last night. I crashed out before midnight for the first time in ages. And so I knocked out early, and then I woke up at 7:17 with my, first alarm. And I was like, okay, cool, like, I feel good. I'm gonna chill and, like, do my thing, like, go back to bed, and I'll wake up at, 7:30, 7:45, the next alarm. And then I did not wake up to any of my further alarms, and I woke up at 8:13. So I ended up getting to work at, like, 8:34 for a 9 o'clock meeting, and that just, like, totally made my day go a little sideways mentally. Everything has been fine. The meeting was good. The guy that I was meeting with was a little chit-chatty, which, if you can tell by the tags that say we're not morning people, I was just kind of like, man, can we just not chit-chat right now? But I had to be friendly and upbeat and, like, answering questions and things. And then because we're still startup-y, we don't have an operations person, but we need an operations person. So your good old friend X is handling operations as well as all the customer stuff. So wires get crossed, and, like, there's a lot of... I am on the clock right now. I'm salary, so I'm always on the clock in very many ways. So this is a, like, co-work thing, but I have gotten all of my stuff, like, the pertinent stuff done for the day. Somebody just emailed me and was like, hey, the solve that you just tried didn't resolve the problem. And that's going to be I need to contact, like, their customer support, do some real digging, because the error they're getting isn't relevant. It says that things are out of stock and they're not. So I need to figure that out. And it could be, user error, it could be any number of things. But yeah, I do a lot of co-working streams where I play RuneScape, which is why I chose RuneScape, because it's a very idleable game. I'm able to, like, make progress and do things without the, concern of things killing me or, losing progress or whatever. And quests are saved for evening RuneScape streams, which are less frequent, but quests are a little bit more involved, so I don't do those. Yeah, right, like, it's really, really nice to have the flexibility to be able to just like jump on middle of the day, do some stream time. Oh, as you are also a streamer, I was referring to this earlier with the Twitch achievements. I realized that the Twitch day to count when you have streamed changes over at 7 Central. It's 12 GMT. So like I was still hitting every day, but I would hit like a morning stream on Monday and then an evening stream on Tuesday, but then according to Twitch, I skipped an entire day. So I've been more intentional about like, you know what, let me make sure that I do it before 7 p.m. and get that done and like do all the things. But yeah, there's been a couple streams where I'm doing stuff and then something happens at work and I'm like, okay, well, give me a sec, I gotta take this call, and I'll jump on the phone, I'll mute the mic, and y'all get to watch me just do work. No, there's no reward for any of it. I do like clocks and compasses. More compasses. Clocks not nearly as much. It's important to know what time things happen, but I care very little about when they happen. Yeah, if you go into your analytics tab on your creative dashboard, the third thing down is achievements. And nope, the only ones that mean anything are having like 150 million hours watched on your channel, because then you get a trophy from Twitch, but otherwise, no. But I am an achievement whore, and in World of Warcraft, I still have a very respectable achievement score, and I have not played WoW in 4 years, 2 expansions. I didn't play Shadowlands. I came back for Dragonlands a little bit, or Dragon Isles or whatever it is, and then I fell off early Dragon expansion. But yeah, I have many achievements. Right? I would love to go to TwitchCon for the sake of all of, Twitch people being in the same place at the same time. But I still, even as a streamer now, I don't see the value in going to TwitchCon outside of it's where streamers gather, and I could meet friends in person that I would otherwise not run into because they live in a different part of the country. But yeah, no, they're all like just stream. You're a fucking shaman. Do you have any idea how much it aggravates me, especially that you're an enhancement shaman? I don't want to have that in common with you. I have played strictly a Tauren shaman since 06? Pre-Black Temple, Burning Crusade, whenever that was. And I have only played my enhancement shaman because I'm an achievement whore, and back in the day they weren't shared, so everything was done on the account. I'm the insane. I have, back in Legion, I got 100 reps to Exalted. I do have a shitload of mounts as well, and only ever use my Venomhide Ravasar for the ground. I'm an alchemist, so I only ever use my, when did your PC get stolen? And you do know that, like, you could log into that account from a different computer, right? I have the Sandstone Vial as an alchemist, so I can become a dragon. So I only use those 2 mounts, but I have hundreds of mounts to choose from that I never touch. I have often... It's the next Wu-Tang album. I love that. And also, Chicano, you're totally right. The second set of 150 million watch hours is definitely easier than the first. That's what everybody tells you. I have lamented how much Blizzard hates Shaman for the past 20 years. Yeah. but I played a Tauren. Nice. Mythic Jaina Mount is nice. I had stopped playing. Don't even get me started on Shaman Rites, because Blizzard has done us dirty for a long time, because we were the Horde class, and Blizzard hates the Horde. My most proud achievement is running the flag and capturing it in Warsong Gulch 3 times without dying, I think is what it is. But as a squishy mail-wearing shaman, I was very proud of myself on that. I love PvP. Always got shredded to pieces because mail never had mitigation. I have created many theoretical shaman tanking builds. That sucks, dude. Did somebody break into the the house apartment, because we're millennials? That's fucking rough. Like, if, like, that would very much be... Okay, cool. Except for the first call. Great. That would be a moment where I was just like, I'm done. Nothing else is... Like, I don't need to do anything else with life. Like, I'm out. Right? Like, oh god. I can't even... Like, that would be devastating. Did you know them? Or were they like rando sublet kind of thing? Because, like, fuck that. I've been very fortunate in that I've only ever lived with ex-no friend Mike, that I've known for 30 years. Not quite, but a long time. 2nd grade. I've known Knightscroft, ex-no friend Mike that I started ex-no friends with back in the day. And my wife. God forbid that you know, receive anything legitimate for being on disability. I went into a whole tirade about that yesterday. Not quite that specifically, but just how, like, even when somebody is on government assistance, like, if shit hits the fan, like we were on Snap for the longest time, and TANF and everything like that, and like, it still was not enough, like, to even cover bills. It's stupid shit. 5 years before I became roommates to save money. Fuck that. That's a different kind of, like, just absolutely shitty and trash. Yep, that's not nearly enough. Like, congratulations, you can still probably eat. Ridiculous. But yeah, that's a different degree of trashy. Like, you should already not break into somebody's house and steal shit. You should really definitely not steal from your friends that you live with. I know that might be controversial, but we should not steal from our friends that we live with. For real. And usually, if I'm not mistaken, you basically aren't allowed to better your situation at all, because if you do, you lose disability. The fuck? They also stole my gentians, took everything? Like... That fucking blows. More than like 1,400 in California, you're off of it because they say, well, you make enough to survive. That's one of the things is like, these numbers haven't been updated in 30 years, 40 years for the most part. And it's like, the amount of money that you think it is not enough anymore. Like, the amount of money that it is and was isn't enough compared to 2022. Hey, Loopy Picklehead. How are you, my friend? I gotta get to 45 fire making, right? Yeah, it tracks with wood cutting. I mean, good. Like, thank God. Making English muffins. Now, because it's you, I have to ask, are you, like, you're proofing the bread, I assume? Yeah, like I was talking to, my parents the other day and talking about the rising cost of shit and everything. And the place that Mike and I moved down in Austin, when we were down there, nice. Long Beach, so it's packed. For sure. And like Austin got to be a very hot area, right? But when we moved down there, we had a first floor apartment with a garage, and our patio backed up immediately to the pool, right? Like, so we literally just hopped our fence and we were at the pool in the hot tub. And we were paying $1,600 a month, and it was like, all right, between the two of us, we can do that, whatever. That apartment now, I know that they had moved to a different apartment in the same complex, Mike and Liz, and they were paying 22 a couple years ago. Last I checked, they haven't lived there in a hot minute now. But now I would not be surprised with the rising cost of things and the rising rates in Austin specifically. If the apartment that Mike and I moved into, I would be shocked if it was less than $3,000 a month. And I kind of want to ask, like, hey, if I wanted to rent this apartment, what would it cost? Just to see, because like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Rules behind it are pretty strict on what you can do. It's a dicey road to go down. Yeah, exactly. Like you know, and a lot of what I know comes from, I mean, don't get me started on rent seeking, because that's the crux of the problem with so many things in our society. Because rent seeking is not just real estate, it's also like music rights and digital streaming rights. Like all of that is rent seeking, and it is going to be the downfall of our civilization as we know it. We'll be fine, but it's going to be really hard years while all of that shit breaks. But yeah, like it's not. They just make things look good. It's one thing when you're like actually fixing up a house, right? You know, a house gets run down and torn out and all fucked up, and like you buy it for nothing and then put the money in and flip it. Okay, if you're actually fixing things, but the ones that just put a new coat of paint on and like take out the carpet and put in a floating floor instead, yeah, no thank you. Drives me up the wall. But I'm also very much in the mind of, so there's a need to get inventory back into the market for the majority who cannot manage the rehab project. It's interesting to talk about the inventory on the market though, because we have inventory on the market. The gap between buyers and sellers is larger than it's ever been. And it's like costs are going up and up and up and up and up, and that's the biggest problem. and it's going to lead to a collapse because, like, COVID really showed people what the value of real estate is, especially in the business sector. And the truth of the matter is that it's not. Now, flipping was part of it, but the other, like, a big portion of it was just Zillow in and of themselves, because Zillow was coming in. I think they've slowed down in their purchasing because the buying market is so stagnant. But corporations were just buying up single-family homes for above asking price with no inspection, and then their portfolio gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and when they buy more houses in the same area for over market price, then the housing prices go up, so their portfolio goes up, so they can borrow more money. Yep. And the corporate owning of single-family homes is a gigantic problem. You've not, and I would be happy. By all means, type it out now. I'm happy to discuss it here, but I know I'm going to see you Saturday, so if it's more than you want to type, I'd be very happy to hear about that on Saturday. Housing market's going to crash within a year. I'm almost sure of it. I assume you mean Mario's brother, and I would love to have a Luigi's Mansion 4 that is more in line with the original game. Totally agree. Let's go. Hey, Hanks. How you doing today, buddy? Thank you for being here. Hey, can I share a tool that I've made to help people flip potions for profit? It's free on the web. No thanks. I appreciate it, Klaus, but no. Let's see. Let's see if Klaus comes back. I mean, whether it's a phishing scam or not, like, I'm not super interested. I'm not the market for flipping potions. I don't have good context for that. Crashing means cheap for us, and big corporations lose money. I can live with that. I appreciate you being here, though. Thank you so much. AKA recently Ouija'd. Grinding has been good. Thank you. Today was weird. I was stupid and scheduled a meeting for myself at 9 a.m. I don't mind, like, I'm happy to be working at 9 a.m., but I shouldn't be, like, talking to people, because that's just, I'm not good at it, that close to waking up. So I got to a point where I was staring at my computer screen going, there's things I should do, I know it, but I don't know what, and I couldn't find anything. Like, I went through all my inboxes, like, everything is in a done state or a waiting state. So here I am. The general idea is that we regulate water, food, and health practice, so we should also regulate housing with a graduated federal policy and a committee to enforce it. I'm interested. It's such a, like, complex, interwoven issue, because, like, and it's a solvable issue. I'm not sitting here, I'm not one of the people that's like, well, this is too big to solve because there's too many factors. Yes, same, Inks. It's absolutely solvable. One of the problems that we run into is that the general unwritten rules of the political scene have been just upheaved by those in power on one of the sides. They kind of changed the script, and the other side is only just now starting to kind of catch up to that. Is that a metronome to calculate ticks at the end of the engine for, like, mats and stuff? What do you mean? Do you mean, like, the ticking? Because the ticking is him hitting the actual tree. Yeah. No, it's literally like he's attacking the tree, so we hear it. But yeah, I'm very much into Policy will require landlords to register a housing inventory with this committee, and they will pay a penalty for every full month that they leave the space vacant after a grace period. I would be very interested in something that limits that. I also like general corporate ownership of single-family units is abhorrent to me. I don't mind like a corporate entity owning multi-resident, you know, most people are not going to have the wherewithal to build an apartment complex, and having different kinds of housing inventory is important, right? Apartments, duplexes, condos, single-family homes, connected homes, whatever, right? I think that that's important, and it's good for a healthy ecosystem. It goes hand in hand with rezoning issues. The penalty would be percentage that correlates their total inventory multiplied against their asking price for monthly rent. I see that you actually have, I'm assuming, a full spreadsheet, which I love. You need guardrails against this, for example, the scenario that an area ends up with more homes than people, and you can't find people to live in some of the homes. Absolutely. And that's where that topic of like, these are going to be, here are the easy talking points for a politician to go in and say, well, this is why it's a bad idea, that gives a good soundbite. And those things are super interesting to me to try to figure out and resolve how we navigate around those. Anytime my phone goes off, I'm like, is that a thing? But usually it's just one of our friends going live. How would you decide against the grace period? Absolutely. That is a phone. I think the resolution is that units get converted into condos for private ownership. And there's definitely like, you know, we do have people leaving Illinois, right? So like there are less buyers in Illinois. So if you get stuck with a piece of property that's not being rented out, however, if there's a threshold for number of units owned, like if you have more than 2 vacant properties, you're probably in a position where you can, like, you should be beholden to that rule, right? Because that's like, I can only live in one home at a time, and I can appreciate an argument for having a vacation home. Great. That's not necessarily saying I agree or disagree, but I can appreciate the argument saying like, well, I want a place that I can go up in Michigan to go to the lake, whatever, a lake house, etc. Fine. But if you have more than 2 vacant properties, there's no defense in my mind where you're like, but I'm struggling. Like, sell one of them for less and you will not be struggling. Like, cover that cost somewhere. And it's almost like we're living in such an inflated market that we can't, like, the numbers are made up, and property taxes are based off of the value of the sale of homes. And if corporations are coming in to buy single family properties the second part of this is a tax credit for landlords that do not increase rent on current tenants beyond a certain threshold. I mean, that's the other part that we've talked about, right? Is you like, not you, but one likes local businesses. You like mom and pop shops, you like local restaurants, stuff like that. Problem is that none of those people own the place that they're in, which means that they are beholden to a landlord, and the landlord will see your revenue and go, oh, the priority value is that people don't need to move unnecessarily. For sure. Landlords then up the price on those units, and people can no longer afford to pay the rent that they were paying before with their current pricing and everything like that. They can't keep operating the business as they did that made it successful, so then they have to up prices or, cut workers or whatever to make the same ends meet, and then the business collapse and it goes out because either people aren't willing to pay the new price, which makes sense, they got used to paying $10 instead of $12, whatever the thing may be. But increasing rent seeking is the crux of most of our issues. Shit set up right, I'm gonna have so many properties to help people and build up people through the arts. That's so much of my goal at this point. Like, I obviously want enough for my family to be comfortable and survive, and give my daughter all of the opportunities that she wants and that we want to provide her. Yes, absolutely. But like, beyond that point, I'm just like, how do we disseminate these funds to other people? And a lot of what we do in kind of our ethos, me and Jen, is about making sure things are free for people, which is the whole community closet idea that she's got, that we're working on, building a closet for local. Yep, I've seen businesses go out of business because they became successful and the landlord jacked up the rent because the business became popular. That's the story. It's not even like, oh, that's a very common story. It's the story every time, every single time. And it's just rent seeking. Like, these people are providing no value. The asset has usually been sold 3 or 4 times, so they're not even the people that built it in the first place. And they're just using it as an investment property so that they can make it look profitable and sell it to the next guy for more liquid capital. But yeah, so Jen is building a community closet where we take donations, we curate, like, insofar as we organize them and clean them and get all that stuff, and then have people come in for free to take clothing. Because, like, it's not just women and children, it's not, like, men need suits. And if you can rent out a suit like a library, then you save yourself several $100s on having to buy something, but you can then go and achieve, go and look the part so you can improve your lot in life, right? You can dress the part for your job interview, stuff like that. The donation she picked up today has like 12 ties in it, and ties are ridiculously expensive. I don't know if you've bought a tie recently, but they're like borderline $100 for a decent tie, and borderline like $50 for a shitty one. I mean, my rent may go up because the building is for sale. It's listed at 2 times what it sold for 8 years ago. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And like, nothing has actually happened in that time, I'm sure, to make the building more valuable. And corporations, corporate entities don't give a shit, because if they're not able to rent out their space, whether it's a strip mall, whether it's a mall, whether it's a, condo, whatever it is, the fact the location has changed, or like your area, not like a bit about them moving the entire building. The words are hard. Yeah, gentrification. I also seen a case where a landlord sued a family for breach of contract because the tenant passed away and constituted a breach of contract for not fulfilling the rental agreement. Loopholes like, just drives me nuts. So when a corporate entity has a non-profitable asset, like a condo that's not, being rented or whatever, then they can take that as a loss on their taxes, so then they don't have to pay taxes, which then doesn't fund healthcare or public broadcasting or meals for children. Like, oh yeah, we're speaking about the scamming of land and property. Hi, honey. Yeah, I don't know how chat always gets me onto a political rant, but they do. And I'm glad that, like, as I rant about politics stuff, my view count goes up. So, like, I guess it's working. Yeah, we should be funding things that are for the common good, right? Like, we're not even talking about funding research, because things like the space race would not have happened without government funding. Plain and simple. GE would never have in the 60s been like, we're going to go and send a man to space. Like, it's not how that works. And SpaceX, you know, people could say, well, SpaceX is a private industry and SpaceX is mostly funded by NASA. So it's just privatizing their own arm of the government and doing it in a less safe way. We're not even getting into the funding of research on that, right? But things like funding schools. In Illinois, have fun doing laundry. I hope things get clean. Schools in Illinois, which is where we live, are horribly underfunded because the state is not footing their part of the bill, which means that the rest of that funding needs to come from local property taxes. Yes, what do you want, mysterious old man? I hoped you'd talk to me. I get so lonely. Here, have a present. I must be going now, though. Oh, and he gave me $160. All right. Welcome back. So the tax burden goes to, like, the burden to pay for schools goes to property taxes instead of coming from the taxes that are already paid to the state. Now, here in Illinois, we typically have a very robust park district or parks and recreation department or whatever you want to call it, which is something I didn't realize was foreign until I moved down to Texas, where they don't. Because I was telling Jen about it, and she was like, "What's a park district? Like, what do you like?" And then when she got up here, she was like, "Oh my god, like that's cool," and it's not something that every place has. Now, those are the kinds of things that funding should be going towards, things that are, you know, across the board for the public good. The problem comes in frequently when there's preferential treatment going on and they're not funds aren't going and being disseminated in an appropriate way. Obviously, like there's a bunch of different stuff, embezzlement, like there's a bunch of those things. But tax dollars and public funding should be going towards public good first before anything else. And as we get deeper and deeper into the throes of artificial intelligence, those things need to be... Corporations are going to need less people, so there's going to be less income going out to people, so we really need to start having a conversation about universal basic income, because we're rapidly approaching a point where individual jobs and individual income are going to be a thing of the past for a significant portion of the population. There's a thing you can do with tick manipulation, so you can, like, if you've got two things next to each other, you can, like, force to recheck for a success. So, like, I'll click over here, I'll click back, click over here, and of course it's not doing it now. Click back. And there's a way that you can do this. There we go. And one popped into my inventory right away. See, it's like forcing the tick to be successful. But that's not... There's a way to do it to be more efficient, and I mostly just like... Wood cutting's now 41. Let's go back to the bank and get our new axe. And by new, I mean I have it already, but I'll go grab it. Deposit all. Grab a tinderbox back out. Grab my rune axe, which is right there. I've said this before, I need to get my bank set up to a way that it's a little bit more organized, because everything is all over the place right now. I made 2 pots of coffee today and I'm still like, I could use more coffee right now. But yeah, things like, you know, educational materials and stuff for children. Important things that we should be investing in as a society. Hey, Orange Bleat, how are you today? We're back on politics and money and rent seeking. Yeah, need more coffee is always my mood. I love coffee. I cannot wait until Orange Bleat, no, until we are stabilized from our time off work so that I can start buying my good coffee for myself again in my 5-pound bags. In a similar vein, I also want to get a chest freezer so that I can, like, in a vacuum sealer, so that I can more appropriately store my gigantic bag of coffee. But even then, like, even stored improperly, where it's just out of light and in a cool, dark area and away from moisture and stuff, it's so much better than my Dunkin' coffee. And at that point, it's going to be a problem, because what I should do is start batch dosing at that point, and do, like, my first pot of coffee in the day, my good coffee, and then the rest of my coffee as Dunkin'. Which, Dunkin' is one of the best, cheap coffees out there. It tastes exactly like diner donut shop coffee should taste. Also, since I'm getting close, Maple Tree locations, old school RuneScape. There's a woodcutting guild? Corsair Cove. Maple trees are considered rare trees for the purpose of rare trees minimap icon. These trees are shown in the world map and minimap as an amber tree. The rare tree icon is shared with several other trees, so the icon doesn't necessarily mean that there's a maple tree right there. Mistrock, Sears Village. Okay, so yeah, the ones on Corsair Cove are the only ones available for free-to-play players. Where's the woodcutting guild? And what do you need to be in there? Members only guild located in the southwestern quarter of Hosidius. In order to enter the guild, players must have a level of 60 woodcutting. Neat. Alright. Let's go burn these logs, folks. Okay, Corsair Cove. Gated resource-rich area in the northwest corner of Corsair Cove. To unlock it, players must first complete Dragon Slayer 1. Oh god, I'm not even able to touch maple trees until I complete that. Where is that? Okay. So that looks like it's... Is it on Crandor? Is that these? No, that's rocks. Where the hell is Corsair Cove? Okay, let's... Corsair Cove. Here it is. There's the maple trees. These are the only maple trees accessible to a free-to-play player. And I have to do the Dragon Slayer quest before I can do that one. Orca! Hello, friend. How are you today? How's your life going? Congratulations on your VIP. You have my attention now. I'm attentioning. I was looking at where maple trees are, and they are not close. How are you on snack time? I eat when I eat, much to my wife's chagrin. She does not love that I am not a sit down, eat, dinner person. I'm doing well. Today has been silly with my brain, because I scheduled a meeting too early for all involved. Hello, lovely wife. I was just talking about how you don't like that I predominantly snack instead of sitting down and eating a meal. I also don't eat a whole lot. Like, brain got tired more than mad. Brain got tired, which made it confused. So yeah, snacking. I guess I'm very pro snacking. I don't have a regulated snack. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I just want dinner time. I mean, come on, I rarely eat myself. I snack also, but it's just that end of night-ish. No, 100%, and I've been trying. I really have. When brain get tired, brain becomes Brian. That's when I'm wondering regulated snack time. Yeah, I'm not anti-regulated snack time, but I do not participate in regulated snack time. Do you know what I mean? For me, like, I eat when I eat, and when I'm hungry, that's what I just go consume. But I don't eat a whole lot when I'm, like, I'll eat for emotional reasons. I'm emotional eating. Oh no, I cook all the time. Like, the way that she phrased that absolutely was like, God, it's so nice to get a break because my husband is not being a lazy ass. Like, no, I cook all the time. But I do love when she cooks, and she is a wonderful cook. Yeah, no, I am the... Not so much now, but during unemployment time, I was the main cook, I would say. And I routinely would be like, what would you like to eat, babe? I'll make anything that you want. So, yeah. But yeah, brain... True, I did. I am no longer permitted salty snack, damn blood pressure. So, because of how I eat, and how much I eat, when I'm actually, like, being healthy and feeling good and everything, I actually have to supplement with additional salt because I'm not getting a whole lot of it. I eat a lot of whole foods that don't have a whole lot of salt in them, and I love salt. I adore salt. So with a lot of the things that I eat, there's like no salt in it, especially when I'm doing like a protein shake as a meal replacement, which is also like it's protein powder, it's psyllium husk powder, creatine, and no, not Dino chicken nuggies. Our bougie ass child needs the Costco ones that are like chicken chunks. It's fine, we bully him for being too lazy to help you out. Yeah, she will not eat cheap nuggets. She wants like... it's ridiculous. Like, she loves McDonald's nuggets, but if she's gonna go and like we can't buy cheap nuggets for her to eat at home. She won't do it. She does prefer my nice coffee to cheap coffee. When I have Dunkin' coffee, she's like, eh. And even my sister would send me, when she was working for Starbucks, she would send me the Veranda blend. And when I had the Veranda blend, she was like, a taste is fine. And when I have my Portland Coffee Roasters Guatemala, she's like, I want a cup of coffee, please. 0. It's black. She drinks black coffee. Yep. Finally got the okay from her to have fucking Costco milk. Back when we first moved to Chicago, I made the mistake of getting Oberweis whole milk for her one time. And she was fussy for the... I'm glad that you don't think coffee at all, Chronic. She had Oberweis milk in her bottle, and then she got fussy and didn't want to drink regular whole milk after that. Like Meyer brand whole milk. It was... She's a monster. But yeah, she really does have an actual palate, which is cool, but like, I do know what you mean, Chronic. That you don't think coffee at all. I didn't drink coffee for a very long time and didn't enjoy it, and all of a sudden, I did. Reason we never got a can of soda pop outside of 4th of July, because once you got it, then you would want it all the time. I could not water down soda for anyone. Strictly because the bubbles are important. And if you water it down, then the bubbles go away, and I'm not about that. I could go for some fucking Waterloo, though. Oh, so, Chronic, fun fact. I have, like, she loves coffee. We'll get to the stub toe thing. Don't even forget that. So the story about that is when we were still living in Austin, she was rolling around, zipping around the house on her, in her walker, you know, like the baby walker. It was a car. And she zipped over to me while I had my coffee, and she was like reaching for it and grabbing for it, and I pulled it out. I was like, no, this is hot, this is coffee, you're not gonna like it, but like I don't want you to burn yourself. Hey, I can now make and paddle a stable dugout canoe, and a member can cut down a juniper tree. But she like wouldn't stop trying to get my coffee, and I did the, you know, dad catches you smoking a cigarette and makes you smoke a pack kind of thing to, like, you know, all right, you're not going to like it, but you really want this. So I took my pinky and I dipped it into the coffee, and then, like, I put it on her gums, and her eyes got wide and she grabbed for it even harder. She went fucking nuts for it. It was insane. And so, like, that would be, she would come over every morning anytime I had coffee, and I would dip my finger in it and I would put it on her gums. And now that she's older, not so much anymore, she kind of fell off of it, but we did Addy Daddy coffee time in the morning. Yep. So we would sit at her little table, and we would each have a piece of chocolate and a little tiny cup, like she would have a tiny teacup, kid teacup of coffee. I gave her 5 to 10 mils, depending on how old she was. As she got older, she got more. And we would sit there and we would talk about, like, her dreams and how she slept and what she wants to do today and all of those things. Every morning we would sit and have coffee together. I am very curious, as she gets older, what her vibe is going to be with, well, a cortado is a pulled, like a short shot. So, like, I'm curious what she's going to like. I imagine in her teen years, all of her friends are going to be getting, like, the pumpkin spice lattes and, you know, the sugary drinks and everything. And she's going to be ordering a black coffee from Starbucks or wherever she goes. And I'm very interested to see what she does, like, and how she grows into her coffee tastes. Stubbed toe. So we lived in Texas and would go to HEB. And it's Texas, so it's hot, so I was always wearing sandals. And the amount of incident reports that I have had to participate in and fill out because I wear toe shoes, and always, like I have for 15 years now, more than that actually. So my toes are like very naturally spread out, and I have ripped the toenail off of my pinky so many times from hitting it on shit. Usually the cart at HEB. And it's funny because Addie definitely got my feet because she did the same thing the other day, and she started to stub her pinky toes a lot more. So it will happen, guarantee it. I will absolutely stub my toe, and that's good call on that one. Good call on the threat. Yeah, she likes her chocolate, and she'll go for it now, 100%. But for the longest time, she didn't do sugary drinks. She didn't want juice. She didn't want sweet stuff. I love my toe shoes. I don't wear them as much anymore, mostly because like I am almost exclusively in my house slippers from. What's the place that I got them from, babe? Is it LL Bean? And I love them. This is my second pair. I eventually want to have the money to buy 7 pairs of them, so I have one for every day of the week, so I don't wear them out so quickly. Yeah, same. Like, I need a new pair because I wear them constantly. Every day, outside, like, these are my shoes 90% of the time. I love them. But I still wear my toe socks. Because regular socks feel weird, and that they like pull my toes together in a weird way. Yeah, mine are expensive LL Bean ones. I think it's LL Bean. Yes, LL Bean. You buy your house shoes from Timberland? Timberland? Really? They're the only place, like, I'm an old man. My very perfect fermenting jar just... No! Is it a ceramic one? Yeah, like I'm 100% a 70-year-old man at heart. And I really like leather shoes. I want leather chairs for when we do the tastings. Like, there's things, right? And just the perfect glass canister. Glass is less sad than if you had like a vintage fermenting crock. Still sad though. Closer to winter to get any of that from them. So, is it like a specific? I'm interested to see what it is, but you can't send it in chat because chat will be like, no links, because I haven't gotten my good bot set up yet. But yeah, like, I mean, I could take it off and show you. Like, these are my, and they're covered in dog hair too because Maya lives at my feet. I love them. They're perfect. Like, they are exactly what I wanted, and I love them, but I wear the hell out of them. They just don't last. And that's, because if you make a product that lasts too long, then you make products to put yourself out of business. And it's sad, but it is what it is. Because you can't make all the money if people only need to buy your shit once. But these ones have lasted 2 years? Did I have these before we moved? Not this pair, but did I have these shoes before we moved? My shoes! My shoes. My nice slippers. I did have them when we lived down in Texas? No, okay. Yes, no sandals. What? I'm so confused. The sandals that I used to get aren't made anymore, and I hate Adidas for discontinuing them. They didn't discontinue them, they changed the style, so now they suck. So they're basically not there. Toe shoes, I wear Vibram 5 fingers. Those are great. You hit the inverse problem where the things I like are so limited run that I have to buy a second one immediately or I'll never see them again. Yes. I get that too. When they're like things just stop existing. Like my Waterloo. Doesn't exist anymore. My favorite flavor is once again gone. The sandals I used to wear were the Adidas ones with the little nubbins for the like the sole of the foot, not sole because that's the bottom, but like, you know what I mean. And they changed it so that those nubbins aren't like actual nubbins anymore. What beanie and ball cap are you referring to? You have rainbow sandals. That doesn't surprise me at all. Are they like the thing in between the toe sandals, or are they like strappy sandals? My daughter is scraping her fingers down the windows, and she thinks because Mom is in her room and Addie is in her room that Mom can't hear it. Oh, neat. Can't do those. I hate having that singular thing between your toes. I wear toe shoes. Having something in between all of the toes, fine. Having those kinds of sandals, I can't stand. Is it making like the nails on the chalkboard sound, babe? I didn't know how good they were till a friend told me his dad had his since like the 70s. What brand is Rainbow the brand name? Oh, so it's like I know exactly what sound she's making. Gotcha. I did not know that Rainbow is a brand name. I thought you literally meant rainbow colored, and I was like, yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. It's so sad. I'm subscribed to the Buy It for Life subreddit, BIFL, and so many things that were once upon a time like Buy It for Life brands, things that would last forever, are no longer. And it's so sad. No, go back. Go back. You're supposed to light them. Thank you. I will take a look at that. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was thinking beanie like hat. But the picture I'm seeing are shoes. So confused. Okay, now I see the beanies. The photo is showing us shoes. Got it. Those look nice though, especially for 20 bucks. That's not bad. But yeah, like LL Bean used to be, I think they used to have an actual guarantee of a lifetime warranty, and now their shit falls apart in like 2 to 4 years of constant use. So like, if it's still good quality given the market, but not great quality as it once was. Make sure you use my affiliate link that doesn't exist. That because you sent it to me, so even if I had an affiliate link, like that would be silly. Can't believe I have to do Dragon Slayer to access the maple trees. That's rough. How much do these sell for? 65 gold. How much do maple logs sell for? Mazapple. Maple logs are only 21 gold each. Wild. Alright. Because I could buy enough maple logs to get me to 60. But that would be a little silly. And it would also be silly to try to cut willow logs up until 60. Even though there's yew trees right here. I don't know what Therian necklaces are. But I'm sure she would love one. Color overload. Alright. I do love me some colors. If only she actually came to stream when it was a midday stream. That look at the camera was for when she doesn't watch the VOD. Which, I'm almost done exporting all of the VODs that I have available to me to YouTube. YouTube.com/a random like string of letters and numbers, because there's no subscribers, so I can't change the thing yet. But VODs are going out on YouTube now, based on my child's request. A symbol akin to Skinwalker. Makes sense. 44. I don't think anything interesting happens. Nope, nothing interesting happens at 44. I was just about to say, I wish RuneScape had an achievement system. They do. They do. They have the achievement diaries, but you can only really do these if you are a member. And then you actually like get stuff for them too. There are rewards for completing the different things. I don't know if you can see them before you complete them, but they do exist. Okay, so like, didn't I see, was there a logo on there somewhere? Maybe not. Woodcutting is now 43. Almost done with woodcutting for the time being, too. What skill should I level next, folks? Should I go back to swinging my axe at enemies to get my strength up to 40-ish? Should I go do mining and smithing? Should I do fishing, cooking? Do we want to see me start rune crafting? I'm open to your suggestions. I could call it an early day, work-wise, and start getting into the last quests I have to do, too. I've got to get magic up to 33 before I can do the Dragon Slayer quest. I'm sorry about that, buddy. Can you call it? I mean, do you feel that you have enough accomplished for the day that you're like, you know what, I can pick up tomorrow? That's more, because I know you're like project contract based. Start feeling more like that. Do I need specific things for fletching? Okay, no, but as I get more skilled, I can use higher level logs to make more whatchamacallits at a time. Got it. And then, like, I'll need them for the different bows. Makes sense. Great. Magic trees used to be... I thought magic trees used to be a thing that I could do in... Nope, just members. Back in the day, not yet. Magic tree, I just know fletching is a thing I'll need wood for. I think I need it for construction too. Okay, so different kinds of wood for, but those are predominantly like more decorative woods. Not seeing willow on there anywhere. Oak, teak, mahogany. That's kind of neat. I like that actually. To pay for your membership? Honestly, I'm a little surprised that you can't. The nice thing is, like, you can buy them with in-game gold. So, like, you can facilitate fairly readily paying for your bond in gold instead of cash. There are some good guides out there that are very, very helpful, and you don't actually need to have any skills for them. You might need to complete some diaries, which is like you have to be a member before you can do that to access some vendors, and then you just buy from a vendor and then resell in the auction house, and it makes you plenty to be able to buy your bond, which is interesting to me. I'm just saying there's options. That's very interesting to me because there's like the way, like, when John was really into World of Warcraft and like doing all of that, like he was making a shitload of gold in BC Classic, and he used a couple different tools, but it was right on that edge for me of like, that feels jobby. Like, you feel like you're doing a job now. But yeah, some of them felt very accessible and attainable when I had like popped across that conversation. Where you could, like, that one in particular, it was like buy staves from a merchant for like 1,700 and you can sell them for like 80,000 or something. Which is very interesting. Is this shanty? Sea shanty. Can't believe how fast leveling wood cutting and fire making has been. I've gained quite a bit of experience just in this time. You're gonna close up early, but it would be noticeable if you closed up at 3 o'clock. Yeah, luckily all of my stuff is still done, but nothing has popped up, which is fantastic. And I don't know if I have anything going on this evening other than spending time with my family. But I don't think we have an event. Like last night we had my Auntie Kim's ice cream social that we went to. So like we had a thing that we had to do yesterday. I don't think there's any things to do tonight, which is nice. Feels like it got dim outside, but I didn't see any. No, I did see around 4 that to the east of us it was supposed to like start raining, but I haven't checked in about 6 hours. Ever played Mahjong? The only Mahjong I've played is the old Microsoft Mahjong. And I don't know if that's a real thing or if that was just like made for a video game and then that style got popular. So I don't know if there's like real Mahjong that's not that. You know what I mean? I'm glad you got rain. It's a bummer that you got so much rain because like when you get so much that, yeah, it's exactly what I was going to say. It floods things out because the ground can't accept it fast enough. Suzaku, well, thank you, my friend. Gotta run to work, but I had to pop in and say hi real quick. Appreciate your face. I appreciate yours. Thank you, Says. Have fun doing work things, and I will see you later. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. Walmart lot was a lake. Because that was all one word, my brain tried to read it as if it were like a word. Like the name of a pond that became a lake. Ten more logs, and I don't. Has anyone ever been so far as decided even Gowant's Toto looks more like? What? Actually, it's Hassan Ione Verbi Nsof Aristiv. Yeah, I got nothing. All of a sudden I summon a demon from trying to say that. I actually have enough to go and finish my fire making. So let's go do that real quick. And I'll go back down. One. A 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a 9, a level. I can now burn maple logs and lighten the missile lantern with maple logs. Go down to the bank, put away my tinderbox. Oh, there's a forester's campfire could have used. I can reset that one because I'm not going to touch it for a bit. I can reset that one. I mean, I should reset these two because I'm not doing them. Could have also right-clicked and reset others because there's only one skill that I'm working on right now. I think there's something about multiple people chopping down a tree which makes it give more logs too. To account for things like yew trees. Thanks, Orange Fleet. I can only assume I know what that is. Oh no. It's not. It's not what I assumed it was. Yeah, I can't. I need to get Firebot up and running. I know. Dark Wizard is staring at me. I appreciate it. Ooh, members can now wear the Undead Lumberjack clothing. You hear that beat? I feel like Windfall said that first and it has always stuck with me. Said what? What did Windfall say? What did I say that he said? Fair. Yeah, nope. As I read that, I'm like, yeah, I could hear Windfall saying that. I can hear his voice coming through on that. So we're looking at, what, 75? So 3 more inventories? 3 more inventories and I'll have wood cutting to 45. I'm going to run to the bathroom while this wood gets chopped. I'll be back. And we're back with the chairs. I wasn't even gone that long. You guys make it seem like I was gone forever. cat scratching a hole in the wall. I have a work to work. It's not burning. Where do you want to go? You want to go over here. That's where you want to go. Yeah, you know, 100%. That's a good call. That is exactly what it looks like. There we go. Email sent. Work achieved. Question is, do I light up a new cigar or do I do pipe time? And I think it's pipe time. I think it's pipe time. That should be okay. But yeah, folks, what do we want to do next? Do y'all have a preference on what I do next? We've got mining and smithing. Mining and smithing is option 1. Rune crafting is option 2. Option 3 is go and level up my strength, which is not the ideal option for me, in my sake. You want me to do fishing? I can do fishing. Small net, I can... Can't really do small net yet. What can I do for rod? Can't really do rod yet. So, small net shrimp it is. Small net rod. Alright. Small net rod. Small net shrimp. Smell that rod. But like to the tune of who's that Pokemon? Feels like something smells like it's burning, but I don't see anything, so. Would cedar be a good wood for fishing rods? I mean, nowadays in real life, everything is composites, but... Mine goes to Home Improvement with Al Borland smelling blocks. Aren't they reviving Home Improvement? Wasn't that a thing? Because Tim Allen can't fuel his addiction. Is he addicted to something? I don't know why, but cocaine is coming to mind. Is there a bank over there? There's a bank here. Is that members only? No, that might be actual. Like, that might be accessible. This area is members only. This should be part of the free area. Yeah, I know as time has gone on, I know that that's been... He's come out as incredibly conservative and such. Oh, alright. He has been outside of my purview for so long. Like, I had no idea. Are all fishing spots on here? Anchovies, anchovies. Okay, so it's not showing me shrimp, which is a shame. Is he pushing for Toy Story to keep going? I don't think I ever saw 4. I saw 3, and that felt like a nice capstone to the series. I feel like this pipe is not currently smoking right, and it's going to end up with a lot of ash and gross half-burned tobacco in my mouth. The way that it's coming. The director of Toy Story 4 had to lie to him so that he would sign off on the movie's release because he expected the movie to end with everyone being happy. I don't know how it ended. Wood cutting level is now 45. I can cut down maple trees, and members can cut down hollow trees. So if my crafting goes up, I can make split bark armor, I believe. I think that needs... I think that needs hollow logs. I don't know. Is the wiki page accessible from here? No. Can I do sardines? Oh, I can do sardines. I'll just go level shrimp. Where's my fishing net? Got a fishing rod. Do I have a fly fishing rod in here? I guess not. There it is. Let's... Got it. We're going to put all our fishing stuff into the fishing tab, because now is the point that I'm like, this is too much. Most toys went with Buzz back to the little girl. Woody stayed with Bo as a lost toy. Oh, maybe I did see this. And he stays in like the antique store or whatever it is. Does that sound right? Got it. Can I just do this? I can. Great. Nope, not the boots. Should go on its own because it's crafting. Can I select more than one? No, I don't want to do that. Okay. No, okay, can't do that. Crafting. 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 Bank organization time, because this was starting to get to me. What else we got here? Rune crafting one. That's the regular crafting one. Rune crafting. Crafting. Let's do magic. Guess I'll do regular physical combat. Here's some ranged combat. That goes back in. Nope, that's the wrong one. Come on, X. Okay. Magic combat is this one. Let's put the Earth Staff up front. Hello, Miss Tazzy. How are you today? You're here for some inventory management. Aren't you excited? I should put armor into a different tab. You can always set placeholders on these. Leather gloves can go in there. Leather boots can go in here as well. It was good. I saw my aunt, and we were able to like chit-chat and have a good time and talk, and it got to the point I felt really bad because because we haven't talked and we haven't hung out and spoken in a while kind of thing. I did not, because I'm still being good and carb free. But yeah, since we had not spoken in a while, she was like, oh my god, tell me everything about your life. And then I started telling her everything about my life, and then she wasn't talking to other people that she probably should have been. But it was good. It was a good time. Okay, no, I don't want that. Can I only can have that many? Interesting. I can only have 9 tabs. I wonder if that's a member thing. But yeah, so we had a really good time. Jen had cookies and cream ice cream. Addie had chocolate, of course. And we were there for like the whole time. I don't know if I need a cooking tab, to be honest with you. Did you end up getting all of the work done that you needed to get done? Miss Tazela? Not even close. Good. Good. I'm glad that Suzaku distracted you enough that you were not able to complete your work. Oh, I need these for the Dragon Slayer quest. Do I only need those 3? Okay, this is at least cleaner than it was before. More organized. Trout can go in there because I'll have to cook them. Salmon can go in there because I have to cook them. I will withdraw 1 small fishing net. We're off to fish. Because that's what chat said to do. Not that X, that X. What do you got going on today, Taz? I cleaned my pipe earlier. Fucked up, like, scratched up my hand. Because what happens with a pipe is that you build up a carbon, like, cake, is the word for it, on the inside of the pipe bowl. And it like, gets thicker and thicker and thicker, so you have less of a bowl, less of a bowl, less of a bowl. And it was really, really thick, and I couldn't really put tobacco in it anymore, so I scratched it all out. So now I can fit way more tobacco in there, but now it smokes totally differently. Reset others. And at level 10, I think I can do herring, but I can do trout at 20. Anchovies at 15. So I think I need to get to 15 to get to the point where I can switch. Another day of trying to get your work done. Can I help? Oh, I can cook anchovies already too. Nice. That's very nice. I can cook trout at 15. Okay. Now, this is a martial arts school that you and hubby run? Is that correct? Am I correct in that? If you're here, Chicano, thank you for the follow on Instagram. I don't even know what I have still on. Yep, lots of old stuff. I didn't even change the bio on that yet, so it still talks about me and Mike. Now there's a podcast. There never was. We never got a podcast going. I'm waiting for the email that says that I've got a new follower on TikTok too, that I've never posted on. I have to keep checking my my computer if something came in. I just had an idea of how to fix the problem that my client is having. Or rather, how to test to see if it's user error or if it's systemic. It's one of the things I miss from working at a very, very large company, is that there were a lot more tools to see what was going on and where somebody was failing. Is there any benefit to wearing a chef's hat? I don't recall. Does anybody know? Chef's hat is a white hat that grants players access to the Cook's Guild with a cooking level of 32. It has little practical use and is purely cosmetic. Great. So no. No is the answer there. I swear it's gonna pop some tobacco out at me like any second. It's gonna be awful. I think I have to go pick up some stuff from... Yeah, I've grabbed those. I have not grabbed these yet. That's done. That's done. Still need to get up 20 in magic and I'll get that stuff too. Fishing is now 10. I can now try fishing for herring. And keep fishing shrimp. Let's see. Let's see what the calculator shows me. God, it's a lot less. Can I fish for herring here, though? That's the question I have. And can I cook herring? Probably. I'm at level 13. Yep. I don't think I can do swordfish as a free-to-play member, or free-to-play player. That's not that. It's this. Harpoon, swordfish. Oh no, I can at level 50. Great. Cage, I can do lobsters with a lobster pot. Fantastic. We're full. I'm going to see if I can use... Does the fishing tutor tell me anything? Tell me about different fish. Rod fishing can be practiced here at these spots, as well as in Draenor Village and the Lumber River. Okay. Okay. There's fly fishing in rivers. Trout or salmon. And what should I fish? Herring can be fished from south of Draenor Village on the pier. Okay, so I can go to Draenor to fish. Now that I'm level 10, I can go back to Draenor and fish herring down here, I guess. So we'll try that. We are going to go and cook all of our food, though. Goddamn flies. Cook on the cooking range. And this is a good thing to cook on because it gives you a higher chance of successfully cooking your food. It is unique in that way. See how I'm burning the shrimp? My cooking level is now 14. It burns so many shrimp. Three more successful shrimp and I get another level. Come on. Am I gonna get it? Yay! I can now cook trout. I'm gonna do that. I have trout up in the bank. Top floor. Let's go. Don't need any of this stuff. You are gonna go in the wood cutting one. There we go. You're also gonna go in the wood cutting one. Thank you. Foods are gonna stay. Oh no. Okay. Cooked foods, I guess, but why do I have so many trout? Anybody know why I have so many trout? I don't. I thought I could cook trout. Oh, are these cooked trout? Some nicely cooked trout. I guess those are cooked trout, not raw trout. That's on me. That's definitely on me. And these are going to be cooked salmon. Some nicely cooked salmon. Alright. One fishing rod and all of my bait. I do wish this would show me a little bit more about, like, I could go in and be like, okay, well, where are they? Use fishing rod. Use fishing bait on the rod. Okay, so do I just need to have them in my inventory? What song is this? Pinball Wizard. Love that. We go in a drainer, folks. Ooh, that was a nice little breeze. I'm hoping, and like it will, I know it will. I can't examine that flower, look at that. A small net. I need a net to catch those fish, okay. Where can I catch herring then? It said that I could do it south of Draenor. I'm gonna have to look this up. That is Draenor, isn't it? Draenor Village. Where the hell do I catch herring? Raw herring is an item obtained through fishing, fishing rod, and fishing bait. A net bait spot. Okay, but like where? Southwest of the Draenor Bank. Okay. West of the altar in Port Sarum. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, see, I should be able to... I should theoretically be able to do it down here. But there's no fishing spots for it. Interesting. It's fine. We'll just go in and walk all the way over there, hopefully not be disappointed. But I do know there should be a fishing shop in Port Sarum, so I can get more bait there. Where's the fishing shop? Fishing shop, okay. Let's walk down the pier to see if the pier shows me any fishing spots. I'm so slow when I'm walking. Expert on fishing. Let's go talk to him real quick. I got very excited because I saw the fish and I thought it was a marker for the fishing spot. Okay, so you've got 1,500. Okay. Oh, that's the bait pack. How much is a... Okay, 3 coins. Feather costs 2 coins. That's nice. And I assume a bait pack gives me 100. Yeah, hundreds. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I guess I'll just keep going down. See if I can find a fishing spot. The wiki said it was to the west of the altar, so let's go check over there. Nice little jail with a goblin in it. Oh, Wormbrain. He must be for a quest. Small net fishing spot. What the hell, game? Thurgo is for below ice, like the below ice mountain or whatever. I apparently can't fish for herring, and I guess I'll go back and keep doing some net fishing. Organ Music 1. It's a Classic. Everybody loves it. Oh, are those spots that I could get? No, it's salmon, salmon. Okay. I really have no idea where I'm supposed to be getting herring because I went to the places that it said that it was supposed to be and nothing. So I'm just gonna go catch more shrimp. I'm gonna go catch more shrimp until we can do trout. Because trout, I know where to go to catch. And trout are what? 20. Okay, good lord. 15, I could theoretically catch anchovies, which is nice, but... See, that guy's using a rod. Oh, whatever. Raw shrimps it is. There's 20. Nope, that's 320 shrimps. I don't even know where to catch sardines. Guppies, I know, those are underneath the ice mountain. I don't know what is that for? It's fine. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna do this for a little while. Because at the very least, I can do this until, you know, fill up, go do the, go cook them, and I'm doing both at the same time. Cooking, I think I can do lobster at 40 as well as catching it at 40. Yes, and that's like cooking lobster is kind of the like you can do swordfish too, but that's kind of the pinnacle of free to play stuff. And the guild is at 32, so that would fit that bill as well. I'm so close. I need 154 more levels, so like that's gonna get me up. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more than I'm really gonna be able to like that are free to play skills that I'm gonna be leveling up. And if I get each one of them up 20 levels, which is not that much in the early realm, I'll get to that 500 mark and be able to do the 500 skill cap worlds. Skill minimum, I guess, technically. Which will be nice specifically from doing my mining. But, like, that would include me doing the mining. What do you want, Posty Pete? Hello, Accidental. I've got a message for you from Molly. She needs your help urgently. Will you assist her? Sure, anything for Molly. I don't know if I've done this one yet. I have done this one, but I don't know. What's the problem, then? It's my evil twin sister. She's been gallivanting around Gilnor, committing crimes, and now I'm getting the blame. What's all this got to do with me? I'm glad you asked. Through that door is a room with a cage and a control panel that operates a giant mechanical claw. I lured my sister into the room so I can imprison her in the cage by using the claw. Problem is, my sister managed to herd some innocent civilians in here with her. So what do you need me to do? I need you to get to the next door and use the claw to catch my sister. Once she's in prison, she won't be causing me any more bother. Sounds easy enough to me. Fabulous. Now take a good long look at me because the door will be locked behind you. My twin looks exactly like me, even her clothes. One more thing to make your life difficult. The magic power in the claw is running low, so you'll only have 2 attempts to catch her. I'll do my best. By the way, would you like me to run through the controls for you? Do you think you'll manage? No thanks. I think I'll manage. What does Molly look like? Purpley dress, short blonde hair, reverse mullet. Oh, this is not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's Molly. I keep trying to drag it. You're putting me in prison? Brutal as if you were the one being captured? Or difficult to manage? Well done, you managed to catch my sister. Come next door and talk to me. Oh yeah, no, God, being picked up by the skull like that? Oof. Well, I managed to get her into the cage. Fantastic, for so many years I've had to put up with her, and now she's locked up for good. Thank you for all your help. Take this as a reward. 3 diamonds. Pretty good reward. Fishing level's now 11. Yeah, no thanks. That would suck. I might sacrifice some inventory slots to see if I can bring a rod and bait down here, because the other guy was definitely rod and bait fishing. It says anchovies. Anchovies is 15? Yeah, anchovies is 15. So hopefully I'll be able to get some anchovies in the mix as I go on, even if I can only use small net fishing here. But again, once I have Once I have 20 fishing, I know where to go to get trout. I know for a fact where trout are. So that's at least helpful there. The 4 guilds that I can get in... Oh, you need 60 mining to get into the mining guild. The 4 guilds I can get in free-to-play are Champions Guild, which is done. The Cooks Guild, which is level 32 cooking. Crafting Guild, which is level 40 crafting. And Mining Guild, which is level 60 mining. In the members area, there are more guilds. Let's go to the stove. Cook in the cooking range. The guilds in the members area are level 45 for the Farming Guild, the Fishing Guild, which is level 68, the Hunter Guild, which is level 46 Hunter, Heroes Guild, which requires completing Heroes Quest, Legends Guild, which requires Legends Quest, Myths Guild, which is completing Dragon Slayer 2, Wizards Guild, which is level 66 Magic, Range Guild, which is only level 40 ranged. That's actually not bad. Warriors Guild, which is a combined total of 130 in attack and strength, or 99 in either of them. And the Woodcutting Guild, which is level 60 Woodcutting. Definitely going to get level 60 Woodcutting before we go to members area, because once I do the Dragon Slayer quest, I can go and cut maple logs, which is going to be nice. But I'm glad that I was right and that there is a fishing guild. Interesting. Ding. Cooking level 16. Members can now make spit roast rabbit meat, cook jungle spiders, and make chocolate chip crunchies. Oh hey, there's a sandwich lady. We're gonna grab one of these, and all of our fishing bait. We're gonna see if I can use the rod. Down in that fishing area. Oh hey, there's a yew tree there too. Can I bait this fishing spot? Was that my problem? That might have been my problem. So this is still showing that, and it's net fishing spot first. Got it. Can I cook sardines? Can cook sardines. Okay, that was where I made a mistake. So I guess I might be able to do that, so long as I'm actually right-clicking. Oh, and I get herrings here too. Okay. Okay, cool. So this is still a decent spot to fish. It's odd to me that it doesn't automatically adjust based on what you have at your disposal. Like, I didn't have a net, so why didn't it just show me the bait-in spot? You know what I mean? Not nearly as bad. Does it use one per successful catch? Still looks like it's using a tick system too. But I don't know if it would be worthwhile to go and shift. You know what I mean? Looks like I can keep recasting, and it's not going to use a bait for me. Okay. It only uses a bait when you actually catch a fish. Fantastic. And now I'm at level 350, so I only need 150 more levels. I'm going to get 24 there, 27 in fishing. So there you're looking at 50 levels. 51. So that would bring me to 400, which means I only need 50 levels left. Ranged, I need to get to 33 at the minimum. Or magic 33 at the minimum. Ranged will go up. Your English muffins are perfect. I love that. Love that for you. How did your fermentation crack, by the way? What happened? Oh no? To the fermentation cracking? Are you lamenting the fact that you got Cosmic Crisp instead of Honey Crisp? First gallon of ginger beer was harvested today, but thankfully I had 2 and let the other rest until it was done. Okay, I'm listening. Hello, dear sister. How are you? How was the rest of work? Fishing is now 14. They're not red? What color are they? That sounds dope. Blueberry ginger beer? Hell yeah. Did it crack like in the transition period, so to speak? Like when you were doing something with it? Doing alright. Work has been good on my end today too, actually. Red Delicious definitely are not delicious. But I was curious, like, why are you upset about Cosmic Crisp? Because I dislike Cosmic Crisp. I think Cosmic Crisp were a marketing lie. Members can now cook lean snail. Sauerkraut crock just got jammed up and I tried to force it and cracked. Got it. Are Cosmic Crisps spongy to you? I have not encountered sponginess. I have encountered actually the opposite problem where they're too crunchy and not sweet enough. Like, it's not that they're not sweet at all. Oh, I don't have those lights on. I don't have any other lights besides these ones. I'm glad that the progress on your sauerkraut is not done. Members now cook cod and make wizard blizzards. Hell yeah. Oh, did it automatically understand that? Or maybe because I'm in the tab. Maybe because I'm in the tab. Also, I just realized that you typed stash like mustache, whereas I would have typed it like S-T-A-S-H. And now, like, I've got the funny image of a sauerkraut mustache. What is this? Cooking tutor. Alright. Hell yeah! That's awesome. Let's go, Dick. Sponsor that event. 5-figure sponsorship. Let's go. That's huge. Make those connections. You got this, dude. I'm waiting for you to say that the next one is Benny's Beverage Depot. Go get pretty. Go do it. Fishing level's now 15. I can now try to net anchovies. Members can collect fresh fish from Piscarius docks and catch Sufi fish. Neat. I said bait the fishing spot, asshole. I've got to get these done. Corsair Curse, Below Ice Mountain, Knight's Sword. Dragon Slayer is the only thing I need is level 33 magic. I'm good to go. But to do magic, I should really work on my rune crafting first. .35 would be a really, really strong level to get to. That might be tricky. I don't know exactly what those rune pouches are. Like, I don't know how they function. You know what I mean? I know that they hold runes, but I don't know in what fashion they hold runes. Fishing level is now 16. Members can now try fishing for mackerel, oysters, and caskets with a large net. Can I buy fishing bait here in Lumbridge? Anybody know? Cook in the cooking range. Oh, I should. Apparently Adventurer John has other things for me too. Oops. Port Sarum is the only place I can buy it here. Okay. Members can now brew Dwarven Stout. Let's do the rest of our herrings. Yeah, the only place that I can buy fishing bait is Port Sarum. Let's go look at Adventurer John real quick. Cook the sardines. Being able to adventure paths, which requires the Gale Nor guide at the very beginning to Twilight Island. Okay. It looks like, ooh, level 20 cooking. I can now make meat pies and pike and prepare cave fish. Members can now make nettle tea and short green guys. My god. Cook the fish, damn it. Combat path and combat path vouchers. Okay. Climb up. I need to go up the top. Come on. Amateur out here. I only burned one herring that time. That's nice. I wonder if I go talk to Adventurer John. Why is there a jewelry purchase to California? We're proposing. That's what's going on. Buying a ring. Can I get started there? Okay. Interesting. Did I already do those then? No, yeah, I remember you told me earlier. I just like the bit. Honey, don't worry about why there's a jewelry purchase in California. Oh no, that's weird. I don't know why I had not put those in there yet. Did those go into an appropriate place? What did I just get? I don't even know. Oh, these strength potions. I guess I just already had some. Alright, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. How many actions, how many fish am I going to have to catch? Let's go back. Still 20. Yeah, 57 herrings. I'm catching a lot of sardines, so I am going to need more fishing bait. It's okay. At least it's not Path of Exile where you have to buy additional storage tabs with actual money. PoE was a game that was actually very interesting to me and I'd thought about playing. And the main reason that I did not start playing Path of Exile is because Path of Exile 2 came out, but since it's still in the beta, it's not a free-to-play game. And I was like, well, I could start playing Path of Exile 1, which is free, but that would be silly because the second game is coming, like it's there, so I didn't play it. I do wish there were more tabs, though. Bank tabs to try to organize everything into their place would be very, very nice. It does not appear that there are any more. There might be more for members, I'm not sure. PoE is a fine ARPG, but you can very easily make your character ineffective unless you fight. Yes, that I've heard. Windfall plays a bunch, or did. And that's what he had said as well. $46 herring. Yeah, and I've got 35 bait. There is a respec feature, isn't there? I thought. I like that it exists as a good implementation of the sphere grid from Final Fantasy X. I have never played a Final Fantasy game. Aurora got me started on Final Fantasy... Oh, for actual dollars. Got it. Aurora had got me started on Final Fantasy for a little while because it was free. Oh wow, $8 is like, it's not nothing. That's like a significant microtransaction. That's just a transaction. Oh, it's a strong U. I love that there's rats in the kitchen. Why are you burning the sardines, man? I need to compile a list of games from our youth that are the must-plays for storyline or experience. I would love to see your take on that. Members can now churn cream, cook crab meat, and spit roast beast meat. So many burnt sardines. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna fill up this one more inventory with fish, go cook them, and then raid out for the afternoon here. I'm missing my kiddo, missing my wife. Go spend some time with those guys. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely gonna have to have categories. I've been thinking about categorization a lot because with the community closet, we're gonna have to have good data management so that we know what we have and what's available and all that kind of stuff, what's popular and those kinds of things. Because yeah, like, and what's your cutoff on the years? You know what I mean? Mario Kart Double Dash is top tier along with Burnout 3 for racing. I've been, like, we did just get Mario Kart 8 again. But I've still been jonesing for a little bit of a racing game. I was looking at Drift, I think is the name of it. It's a rally game that looks really, really good. I wish I got more of a sound when I collected a fish. SNES to Wii U, okay. Because like you've got console versus handheld too, where like Zelda's a big one there, because the Zelda handheld games are so different. Like 2D games are so different than the 3D games. Six actions. Am I gonna level? I should level no matter what. This should bring me up to 19. I'm just saying, like, they're such a different thing than console games, especially back then. Now there's less and less delineation, but back then there was a lot more. I've only played Wario Land 1, I think. Yeah, even if the next two are herrings, I will level up from that, which is great. Or sardines. Sardines are the lower one. Herring was the better one of the two. I don't have any more bait, but I am level 19. Alrighty. Lemmings is such a fun game. The Grumps were just playing a Lemmings-style game today. I think they put that video up. I never played Worms. There was a game... Did I play a game that had a Worms reference to it? Or did I watch a game that had a Worms reference to it? God, I can't even remember all the games that I've played at this point. I feel like I played one, like on stream. Cooking is now level 22. Members can now cook fat snails. Fusion Frenzy is not even ringing a bell. Never played a Half-Life game. These are just games that Bleat's gonna make me play on stream. Oh my god, do you stop cooking when I open a menu? Fusion Frenzy was a Mario Party minigame rip with better minigames. Alright. Cooking level is now 23. Members can now make scrambled egg and tomato and cook wild kebabs. It's a bummer that I didn't hit 20 with my fishing. How many shrimp would it take me to hit 20? 47. It's a lot of shrimp. Versus like one inventory's worth of scrimps is bugs. You're right, 100%. XGRA doesn't ring any bells either. Put all that away. We had some really good progress today, folks. Got up to 45 on both of those guys. I think that's what I did the first half of the stream, and then we did some fishing and some cooking. Getting those up. We're at 363, so we're getting close on there. Let's see. Are any of our friends on? None of our friends are on. I'm in a weird hour where there's no friends that I know on. We've got an acquaintance that we could go see. We don't really know him. I don't know him and he's doing a subathon, so I'm not... Yeah, we're not going to do that right now. I'm open to suggestions too, by the way, if anybody has one of their friends on. Fortune Street's fucking great. Oh, there we go. The Loopy has a friend. Let's go to the one Loopy suggested. We're gonna go here. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna log out of here. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I have raid commands now. Let's put those in. For subs, for non-subs. Let's actually collect this one today, because I did not do this yesterday. Yeah, catch you on the flip side indeed. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. You guys are amazing, wonderful, fantastic human beings. I love you all so, so much, and it means so much to me that you're here for this. We will be back sometime. I don't know when, because now I have finished. I should get my achievement today. So I'm not sure when and what I'm going to do. I might be back tomorrow morning as well. I don't know. I don't have any meetings tomorrow morning, so that might be easy. But we're going to go and see a new friend, and hopefully we'll get some other progress done. We'll talk about some stuff. But I love you all so much. Check chat one more time before I go. I do need to do Hollow Knight. Love you too, sis. Ask your wife to text you what time she's coming over. Oh, good. I don't know. Sunday, we're going to do Hollow Knight for sure. We're going to raid in 5 seconds. I love you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.